Pepsi Center. Tonight, it's the Rockets taking on the Denver Nuggets.
50 games left to play, but yet you are a third of the way through the schedule, and this would be almost 2 victories if you could beat a team that's battling for that final playoff spot. They're probably about 2 spots open, 7 and 8. Sura goes to the basket with the left hand. New Jersey Nets on a sign and trade deal with Denver in the offseason, and if you make the playoffs without Kenyon Martin and then you add him, you ought to have a lot of high expectations. There's Yao Ming taking it inside, and Martin fouls Yao, but no whistle.
Is that unbelievable when you think about Martin just came over and hit right across his hand? You can call a lot of ball, but that is a legit ball. All arm.
All arm. McGrady gets a nice pick from Yao Ming, and Tracy McGrady hits. Boy, he has been on a tear lately, and McGrady comes into this game averaging 24 points a game, and that's good for number 7 now in the NBA in scoring.
With whatever wing player he's guarding, it doesn't make any difference which one.
Taking it inside to McGrady, and he powers it up for 2 and maybe 3. He's fouled on the play. Beautiful move by T-Mac, and the foul is on Carmelo Anthony.
Let me tell you, early on the first 2 possessions for the Rockets, outside of the out-of-bounds play, but on the first 2 set plays, they post up Tracy McGrady. Start with him early, Bill, and then let Yao Ming kind of work in. Sometimes we start with Yao Ming first.
Well, the biggest problem, I think, for Michael Cooper will be to convince his star player, Carmelo Anthony, to play defense.
Their defense is better. They're stealing the basketball. They're rebounding. That's what happens when you make shots.
Carmelo has to make a tough shot going to the basket, and he can't get it to go. So the Rockets' defense has been very effective. T-Mac down to Yao Ming with a jump hook. Boy, Yao Ming is on fire here early. And they're crisp passing by Houston, and when you make shots, good things happen, right?
Yeah, there's no question. When you get the feeling better, you want to share the ball, and everybody's getting the same amount of shots. I still tell you, Tracy McGrady, you look at his assist total. 10 games, 5 plus assists. That's pretty doggone good.
Yes, indeed. And Camby from the outside, and they've been relegated to a jump shooting team.
See, right now, watch them. They're going to post. They're going to try to post the Rockets.
A little traveling there by Kenyon Martin. Taking it inside. Anthony had it blocked or changed by Yao Ming. Up ahead to Tracy McGrady. McGrady, the power slam. T-Mac to the rack.
You described it best. What a play to the rack.
35 points and lead it by 12. 49 left in the second period. Let's take a look at tonight's Polaroid picture-perfect shot, and boy, this is picture-perfect.
Yeah, watch him. See how far he leaves out on the floor to make this dunk, and that is an unbelievable player. And I'm going to tell you, just realize how young he is and how good he is versus Rose. And you're right, the reason it is for Yao Ming, he can't find a bed big enough on the road to sleep in.
Well, the hotel we stayed at last night, they asked him, they put a special bed in for him. Mutombo up and in. Nice shot by the Camby Mutombo. He's been playing very well lately.
I think it's time to go back and establish Tracy McGrady down low, make Denver double him.
Russell will try to stay with him, and all he can do is foul him. And, boy, that was a hard foul, as you see Tracy McGrady grabbing his right hand.
Yeah, but coming out of the timeout, Coach Van Gundy, they ran the same play. Ran it out of the sidelines like a set offense. You'll see it. They'll immediately get the ball inside to Tracy and make Denver double it. But let me tell you, you can't come over a guy as tall as Mutombo and not be over the back. Impossible.
All right, McGrady out front. Now Camby stuck on McGrady. Let's see what happens here. And T-Mac will shoot it over Camby for 2. And Tracy McGrady with 11 points to lead the way for Houston. 9 for David Wesley.
And what he's done, he's catching the ball in his range and rocking players back defensively, and he's able to score.
Anthony. And we have seen this year that even though he will start out slowly, he can get hot in a hurry. T-Mac goes the other way, and Sura finds him for a fast break point.
And as strong as anybody. When he gets his hands on the ball, you can't take it away from him. Watch T-Mac come off this little triple screen for a jumper.
How about that? Did you call that play or not? 15 points for Tracy McGrady.
I know this much. When a man is red hot like Tracy McGrady is getting the ball often and every time down.
John Berry will go out. Now, Yao Ming has 2 fouls. You certainly don't want him to pick up his
You have to let him play for whatever the reasons are after Bobby gets the offensive rebound.
Sura steals the rebound, and a 4-point possession for Houston. McGrady makes the three. Wow, what a turnaround there.
Had 67 in the second half against the Lakers.
Not quite enough because they gave up 62 in the first half. They had to come back a little too far, but that's what you like to see. T-Mac, there he is again. He is the greatest at drawing that perimeter foul on a shot.
Played 5 minutes in the first half.
I'm surprised they haven't posted him on Wesley. They're trying to get Anthony into the game. Miller picked up by Tracy McGrady now, and a 24-second violation. He's laying behind. He's complaining to the officials. Rockets have a 5-on-4 advantage. McGrady. And Juwan Howard will shoot it, and it's up and in. Juwan has brought the old jumper tonight. He has 6 points. 3 for 3 from the field for Howard.
See, the Rockets got that shot because Anthony was sitting around moaning and groaning about playing. You can talk to the refs as long as that does not affect your team or your play.
That was a big jumper by Juwan Howard. Stopped the bleeding. Anthony takes it inside. Yao got a piece. Anthony gets it back. Tries to shoot it over Yao Ming. That's impossible. Anthony's still upset. And an offensive foul is called on Bob Sura. Makeup call is what they call it.
Oh, yes, but I'll tell you now, the officials right now are not going to let Carmelo Anthony call this basketball game. He can gripe all he wants to. You look at it, whether it's a foul or not a foul, and they're saying, hey, you play, we'll ref. That's a message, buddy.
Bo reports into the game in a moment. First dead ball. 11-2 run to start the quarter by Denver. And T-Mac gets it back to Howard on the steal. Yao Ming wants it. Howard gets it instead. Goes to Yao for two. Beautiful pass by Juwan Howard.
You see what they've been doing. Boykins can't go double team Tracy because he's not big enough.
Big basket by T-Mac. 25 points for Tracy McGrady. Boykins coming off that pick. Picked up by Barrett. Martin with the miss, and Tracy McGrady picks up his 8th rebound of the game. 25 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists for T-Mac. Going for 3. Yes! Oh, what a cold-blooded shot by Tracy McGrady. 28 points for T-Mac. And a timeout taken by Michael Cooper as Yao Ming has 6. McGrady adds a 3, and the Rockets go on a 9-2 run. Good box out by Maurice Taylor. T-Mac will bring it back up.
Now run the high post screen and roll and make them defend and put a post player on T-Mac.
Right back to T-Mac again. Fakes the 3. Goes to the basket. Reversal for 2. Tracy McGrady with 30 points. Oh, what a game he's having as he and Yao Ming come out and dominate the start of this 4th quarter.
Pick and roll. And then all of a sudden here comes Coach Van Gundy posting him up.
Shot clock at 10 seconds. McGrady is fouled. It was almost a 4-point play again. That ball almost went in. McGrady's going to get 3 free throws. He leads the NBA, doesn't he, Van, in 3 free throws?
He leads the world. Anything over in China, in Russia, there is nobody gets more 3 free throws than Tracy McGrady.
This is the 8th time this season he has been fouled taking a 3-point shot.
To the game for them.
Rockets have done a good job on Kenyon Martin. He has only 11 points on 4 of 10 shooting. Carmelo Anthony has only 19 points on 5 of 16 shooting. So a lot of that because of Tracy McGrady. McGrady, they're chasing him all around the place. Mo Taylor from way downtown.
That's where you have to pass the ball to a bigger guard that when they do break to the lane, they can do something with it. Barrett struggles a little bit at his height going against those big guys inside.
All right, T-Mac has it with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Goes to his left. Yes. Boy, just count on it. 34 points for Tracy McGrady.
His will to not allow the Rockets to lose is just unbelievable. When he gets in that zone, you just cannot stop him.
Camby from the top of the key misses. McGrady with a double-double now, 34 points and 11 rebounds, and that's 6, or is it 5 double-doubles? 5 double-doubles for McGrady this season, and 8 games over 30 points. He hits a three-pointer. Start counting how many over 40. That's 37 points for Tracy McGrady. 103-91, Rockets trying to finish this one off. Carmelo Anthony will be at the free throw line. In the matchup we showed you before the game, Carmelo Anthony matched up with Tracy McGrady, and boy, McGrady has won that battle tonight. Not only has he outscored Carmelo Anthony, that's 24 for Anthony and 37 for McGrady, but McGrady has guarded him and taken him out of the game. Anthony only 6 of 17 from the field.
Yeah, and Tracy McGrady's 12 out of 23. That's better than 50%. And if you're going to score 37, that's what you love.
All right, going to milk that clock a little bit. 9 seconds on the shot clock. T-Mac, yes, why not? 40 points for Tracy McGrady, his third 40-point game of the season as a Houston Rocket. 48, 42, and 40 tonight. Wow, what a performance by the T-Mac. And he gets his 12th rebound.
Is that unbelievable tonight? 40 and 12, and has passed the ball and has handled the ball, done everything, and only has 3 turnovers.
Well, we were talking about it before the game. He was talking about how important he thought this game was, and he just refused to lose. There it is, another three-pointer for Tracy McGrady. He's putting on a show up here in the Mile High City, and he's about 3 miles high. Boy, what a performance by T-Mac. 43 points, 12 rebounds. He has taken this Houston team on his shoulders here tonight.
Run the same play, shoot the same shot. I want to see if he can make 3 in a row.
See why he's leading in the All-Star balloting? Is there any better player in the league? He sets up John Barry, and John Barry gets a 3. Give the assist to T-Mac. The Rockets are 11 of 19 behind the arc. 58% three-point shooting for Houston tonight. And they have done a great job of taking care of business here tonight as DeMar Johnson hits his third 3 of the game.
Yes, but give John Barry credit. When he hit his 3, he looked over where he's in the area where his daddy was sitting and just kind of held his arm up. I bet you that was a special moment to be able to make what your father watch you make a shot.
Yeah, Rick Barry down from Colorado Springs to watch John play tonight. Already in the Hall of Fame, and McGrady hits again. What a show! Tracy McGrady, 45 points. This 114 by Houston ties the season high points scored by the Houston Rockets. And tonight's Landry Signature Group Player of the Game. Who do you like, Coach?
Well, I think anybody could pick this. Little Nico, Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac will receive a $50 gift card from the Landry Signature Group of Restaurants. $50 doesn't seem like enough.
Not tonight. We might ought to make that 100.
20 points in this fourth quarter for Tracy McGrady, and I think Yao's had the other 10.
Tracy McGrady absolutely put this team on his back and led the way.
Time now to go out to the scene of the crime. We don't call it a crime, but it is always a crime when we have Bill and Van on our air. No, I'm just kidding, gentlemen. You guys were courtside for the T-Mac show. Thumbs up on the thumb. I want to know how good this guy would be if he was 100% healthy.
Well, we're guilty of one thing. We'll take that every night.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that was just an unbelievable performance. 41 points in the fourth quarter scored by the Houston Rockets. T-Mac had 20 points. Yao Ming had 10. They completely dominated this game.
I just thought how lucky we were tonight to watch one of the truly great players in this league play right now. As you watch him get 45, it was just fun watching him play. And then I thought Yao Ming in the fourth quarter played like the Rockets need for him to play.
Man, the last time the Rockets have had anybody to dominate a game like Tracy McGrady, you got to go back to Akeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good player, and I'd like to see the same results with him, with 2 championships. But I think Tracy has those qualities. I'm amazed at how he got 45 points tonight, Bill, and didn't hog the ball. He only shot a few extra shots right there at the end. He's making every one of those.
Well, we talked about the importance of this game. Denver in a slugfest with Houston and 5 other teams for a couple of playoff spots.
Yes, and see, when you win this game, especially on the road, Then you go to winning tiebreakers. Then you win a game. Now they've lost 19 games. The Rockets have only lost 17. Now you have a chance to go back home, win the tiebreakers, and then that gives you a tremendous advantage in a quest to make the playoffs.
So T-Mac with a huge game here tonight, gang, and the Rockets take a big win to go 1-1 on this road trip.
All right, thanks, guys, and good to see them get back to 500 as well.
All right, Rick and Emily, thank you very much. The man is here, Tracy McGrady, 45 points, 20 in the fourth quarter. You were in a zone of epic proportions tonight down the final 12 minutes.
Well, those guys, did a great job of fighting back, after we was off to a great start. They just did a great job of making it tougher on us on the offensive end, and also they was doing a great job of executing on the offensive end. So, I was just trying to impose my will on the game in the fourth quarter. I didn't want to lose this game by far, so, I just basically took over it.
Let's talk about that thumb of yours. How's it feeling? How did it happen?
Well, it's sore, and I think it was on a play where I was trying to go for a rebound, and somehow it got caught up in between bodies, and it bent back pretty far. But I'll be fine. Shooting the ball well out there with the swing phone. So just icing it, and I don't think it's anything too severe.
As a team, you scored a season-high 116 points tonight, so that's now 3 of your last 5 that you've scored 100 or more. It looks like the offense is finally coming around.
Offense is definitely flowing the way we wanted to. Spreading the ball around, guys are knocking down shots, and that's what it's going to take. It's not just going to take me, scoring 45 points, but when those guys are knocking down shots, it opens up the court a lot more for me.
Pretty physical game out there tonight. Things got a little chippy at times.
It was, when 2 teams competing, both in need of a win, and they did a great job of fighting out there. They didn't give up, but we came out victorious, and that's all that matters.
It sure is. Fantastic performance. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, there you go. That's Tracy McGrady. Let's go back to Rick and Emily in our studios.
Can you talk about Tracy, how he took the game over in the fourth quarter?
Made shots, special skills. It seemed to come back on you guys a couple of times. Was there anything in particular that you guys tried to bear down and do to extend the lead from the times that you did?
We're just trying to play defense. We had a hard time with them there for a while, so trying to play a little bit better defense.
Greg Buckner did a pretty good job on him in the first game you guys played. Do you think his absence made any difference in it?
I'm sure for them it did, but I also think first time we played them, we were playing back-to-back. I think it affected us, and I think tonight it was reversed, and they were playing back-to-back, and that had an impact on the game as well.
In the fourth quarter, it looked like the double teams were working a little bit to disrupt them that hadn't worked as well in third. Were the double teams better? Was the rotation after better? What changed?
I thought they were poor.
In the fourth, too?
Yeah, all over. They were so slow reacting. It's hard to imagine.